Hey there, Goblin Horde. I am the Goblin King, and you wouldn't believe how hard a time I had trying to find a story that I actually wanted to do today. For real, I've been sitting here the first few hours of work, going through videos and articles, looking for a story that I felt even remotely connected to. I watched Neon do a story on D&D. While normally that would definitely evoke a reaction from me, this time it didn't. It wasn't so much a story as Wizards of the Coast countersuing the new TSR for copyright stuff. It was mostly him going through the court documents. I'm sorry, Neon, but that shit was boring as fuck. Informative, but boring. Then I went through to see what other people were talking about and couldn't really find anything. Everyone, even bounding into comics, is talking about Disney bending the knee to the woke mob over that Florida bill. Seriously, I don't remotely want to touch that with a 20-foot pole. I'm a tiny, minuscule channel, and I can't afford to have any beef with that particular section of Twatter. I will state that the mainstream media are objectively a bunch of fucking liars, and all of these people crying about it need to actually read the fucking bill. Especially dipshits like Mark Hamill and the morons at Pixar. Although the anti-grooming bill is a bit closer to the mark, it's also a bit of a misnomer since the bill doesn't forbid talking to kids about these subjects outside the conventional classroom setting, like organizing special events, for instance. Though I do believe that they would still be required to inform parents of something like that per the same bill. Say what you will about Tim Pool, he's a very informative person. Finally, through many hours of annoying drudgery, I managed to land on this thing about G4. Felt right, too, since I'd already covered some stuff on this in past videos, and wasn't as likely to make my channel a target for screeching hordes of simpletons and window lickers. Before I get too far into this, I'll shout out Jeremy from The Quartering. He had this story up on his channel, which is where I found it. So far, he seems to be the only one that I watched that's reporting on this. Though, disclaimer, as of this recording, later on, I saw Ryan did a video on it. But that's probably because the mainstream press hasn't really gotten a hold of it, so it's not actually an article yet. I'm sure it's just a matter of time, though. So, if you will go directly to G4TV's website and scroll down to their latest headlines, you'll come across this one that says, G4 Channel Updates. Okay, sounds innocuous enough, right? It's just a thing letting the Reddit and Re-cetera crowd that still watch their channel know about upcoming things. Well, if you dig a bit into this article, and the way they're setting things up, it seems that things might not be going so well for the crew over at G4. First off, if you go to Social Blade and do a search for G4TV, this is the first thing that pops up. You have all these G4 brands for Twitter, Instagram, Twitch, and TikTok, yeah? But what's this right up at the top here? Why, that looks like an X-Play logo and channel name. I didn't type in anything about X-Play. Why would that show up when I'm searching for G4? That question is easily answered by going to YouTube itself. As you can see from this shot here, I put their URL in directly and it goes to this page here. All X-Play stuff, all X-Play branding. They've completely changed the main G4TV channel to X-Play. That's one sign of a failing brand. What's funny about this whole thing here, though, is that G4 doesn't even really try to hide that's what they're doing. The whole rebranding and reorganizing. Here, this is a really short blurb thing, so I'll just go ahead and read it. You gotta love this typical leftoid bullshit headline right here. We're all in this together. When G4 relaunched, we made a commitment to building this network with our audience and a try-and-see approach to putting awesome content everywhere you watch. We saw how wild everyone went when we finally brought Scott the Waz to G4 and heard your calls for more Casonic cameos. Whatever the fuck that is. Today, that means doing some RE5 style inventory management. We're gamers just like you. We've been busy behind the scenes optimizing each G4 platform, and these changes are a direct reflection of that work. We're very excited to unveil this new look in collaboration with our friends at YouTube, and believe this revamped channel curation will make finding G4 content on the platform easier. Here are some adjustments you may notice over the coming weeks on G4's YouTube channels and live streams. Sorry if that was annoying. I just really like making fun of them. See, they try to really spin what they're doing as some sort of a good thing. Like it's going to have a benefit for those people that are actually watching them. But if G4TV was actually showing any sort of success, then they wouldn't actually feel the need to do this, would they? I mean, as you can see here from their Social Blade metrics, these guys are actually still bleeding subscribers, and they're not showing any sort of growth at all that isn't in reverse. This here is the number of views on their most recent videos. Now, I'm hardly one to be ragging on someone about how many subs or views they get for sure. Again, tiny channel right now. Though, don't get me wrong, I love and appreciate everyone who's subbed to me and watches my videos on the regular. You know who you are, and I totally appreciate it. However, this is a channel with way more subscribers than I have, and they're only getting, on average, about, 10k views? Granted, I'd really love to have that many views on a video, but that's me. For a channel of their size, they should be averaging at least 30k or so for each one of their videos. I mean, I think that's being a little generous too. Do the channel shuffle. The G4TV channel that currently holds all those sweet X-Play VODs and reviews will become the brand new X-Play channel. This way you can subscribe to everything X-Play with just one click, which is much less confusing than playing Elden Ring, aren't we nice? Har, topical gamer joke. We're just like you. More esports partnerships and tournaments. We will be saying TTFN to the beloved Boosted and welcoming even more esports content to the G4TV esports channel. We're taking note of your feedback, like when you say you want more basement streams and gameplays. So you're getting big tournaments every month like yesterday's Smash Invitational, more of our hosts and the games they love, more original esports sketches, more partnered content like Face Check, and more than a few co-streaming surprises. But you see what I mean here about them not trying to hide what they're doing? They are even straight stating outright that they're shuffling things around. They're just not calling it a reorganization at this point. Also, as you can see here, they're also already canceling shows. Even Frosk had some sort of virtue signal about it. As you can see here, the thing I think that really makes me laugh about this is that they're trying to frame this whole reorganization as some sort of a response to fan feedback, when anyone with more than 2 brain cells to rub together knows that's a complete load of crap. Then there's this part about putting their live streams onto a separate channel. Jeremy pointed out in his video that's a very bad idea to do and has been proven as such on any number of occasions. I personally kind of tend to agree with him on that one, simply because I can tell you that I, for one, don't normally check live versions of a channel that I'm subbed to. Maybe that's just me being a dick, but I don't. I watch the main channel and that's what I watch. If there's a live stream on that main channel, I'll probably watch it, but I'm a lazy fuck. Well, I think that's all I can really muster about this one, Goblins. I wasn't that into G4TV when it was on, and the only reason I ever called out any of this shit before was the hilarity of it all and the hypocrisy. Frosk and the rest of these people, especially Adam Sessler, are all giant douche nozzles. In fact, this was a bit more difficult than I thought to form a coherent diatribe on this. So, my apologies if it seems a little disjointed or incomplete to you. There's really not a whole lot of information that I could glean, and a lot of this is pure speculation right now. But all the signs are there that G4 seems to be going right down the shitter, like many of us predicted a few months back after Frost's little meltdown. That being said, let me know what you all thought in that handy section down below. While you're down there, maybe you can spot G4's ratings. If you're enjoying my insane ramblings, don't forget to join my Viridian Horde by crushing those like and subscribe buttons. I'll see you all later for the anime review, and tomorrow with more pop culture shenanigans, and maybe I'll see you on FNT. See you then. Lates.